Alright, I do not have anything off meta today, but I do have a Nightblade. So, we're just gonna hop straight into this thing. And yeah, so first of all, this is an ArcBlade, Arcanist Nightblade. We'll hop into the champion points first. As always, we got the Fighting Finesse, because when you're using Assassination, there's no point in not using Fighting Finesse, because then you're trolling, because you get a bunch of crit chance and crit damage, therefore you should stack more crit damage, because that's what you do. Cleansing Revival, because we don't have a cleanse, and not having a cleanse is a terrible feeling. Master at Arm, because it buffs all your direct damage attacks, that includes your Spec Bow, your End Cap, your Dawnbreaker, your Tentacle, your whatever else you have. And then I have Duelist rebuff. This should be Ironclad, don't know why I have Duelist rebuff on, but this also works. So, Bread CP, Fortified, Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instincts, as always. And then, like I always say, we use the green CP, Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, Breakfall is the only one that actually matters. And then Gifted Rider and more mounts since you're in Mount Simulator. Skills, start with the back bar. This should be morphed to Reviving Barrier. I just ran out of skill points. So we have regular barrier here. This actually has saved my life a couple of times, even without the hot heal over time. But you know, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Healing Soul. This should be restore resources here instead of the hot, but I didn't have it. But I sustained 5 with this, so this actually might be better low key. But I did fine just with this one, with the hot instead of the restore resources. Major Vitality, of course, it's OP. Resolving Vigor, so on every build, not surprised. Elisus, this is your major breach, also adds a lot of pressure. Shadowy Disguise, why we use the Invis one is so we can incap somebody or Spec Bow or do something straight out of stealth to do a bunch of damage. If you want to, you can use the other morph for the healing, but I just use this one. And then now you also get minor protection off both bars with this, which is also cool. Refreshing Path, this gives you some sustain as well with a little bit of healing, and it gives you major expedition. This is basically your snare removal. If you don't want to use this, don't need this, you can also use Race Against Time for the minor force. Front bar, we got Incap, so we can feel more like a Mag Blade. I guess like a hybrid blade, because I don't know. We have this on. Incap, you can also use Dawnbreaker. You could also try the eyeball one. I wouldn't recommend it though. I would not use Meteor on this, just because there's no way to like guarantee a stun or hit with it. Mag Tentacle, because Stam Tentacle, unfortunately, we would use Stam Tentacle if it was still an execute, but it's not. So we use Mag Tentacle because it's a bunch of burst AoE damage, which is nice. And yeah. Recuperative Treaties. This is like a free proc set with stamina, and this is basically like a 5-piece set right here, without being a 5-piece. And it's like one of the best abilities in the game, Loki. Like, people sleep on the Arcane skill line, specifically for this ability alone. Is broken, right? It's crazy. We have, I'm sorry if you hear my dogs in the background, I think my aunt just got here. But anyways, Spec Bow, obviously it's your major crit buff. Does a bunch of damage, it's broken, overpowered. Escalating Rune Blade to say get your Crux, also your spammable. And this one is better, and let me tell you why. Because this does 9% extra more damage compared to the other morph. Along with doing like 1400 more base damage, and then add 10% to that, and then you're doing just more damage than the other one by far. The crit doesn't outweigh the extra damage that this one does, so this one is better. People are like, Rune Blades are terrible. No, they're really not. They're actually pretty decent. You're using the wrong morph. I always see people using the other one. Escalating Rune Blade is way better, and it's AoE. So this one's better. And then we have Revealing Flare, the major protection on the front bar. I just didn't know what else to put here. You don't need to execute with this. There's obviously no point in mark target. You can use blur. You can use the stun. You can use shade. Any of those 3 work. It was easiest for me to just kind of use Revealing Flare here. But literally any of these 3 abilities from this skill line work. This needs to be switched to both bars. Like, this needs to work on both bars, because I hate having uneven health. It drives me crazy having more health on one bar than the other. So I don't even select this passive, because it triggers me so much. I mean, you can make this work, like if you put Cloak on your front bar, or the other one on your front bar, put the other one, and then you have just 2% more HP, but I can't do it. And yeah, that's both our bars. Character sheet, 10 points in the mag, 10 points in the health, 44 points in the stamina. It's more of like stamina. It's like a hybrid build. I mean, like everything costs mag except for the main spam, which is Runeblade. We block with our stam. We roll with our stam. I don't use that like mag block passive. If you see here, like I don't use this just cause. But yeah. Shatterwand for more damage. If you have Monomyth, you can use Monomyth. You have even more crit damage. As y'all know, I never use Monomyth. Into our sets, Oak Father's on the front bar. I just have an Absorb Magicka enchant. You can use double dots here. Obviously, just gives a buttload of weapon and spell damage, and then it also gives you a bunch of pen. Rally on the back bar, because 5-piece rally is the meta. Roska, this is our sustain. Without this build cannot sustain. You have to have Roska for the build. Don't ask me, does this work with this? Does this work? No, it doesn't. You have to have Roska. If you don't have Roska, you're trolling. Otherwise, you better replace this for like Essence Thief or something like that. Because yeah, you basically just have to have this. I mean, there's nothing against it. I mean, yeah. Unless you're Zerging. I mean, if you're Zerging, I guess you don't need sustain, right? You're in a big group anyway. You go put on Battle Lords or Blood Spawn and spam Soul Harvest or Incap. Yeah, so we're 2 heavy, 4 light, 1 medium. Heavy training chest. Everything should be in pen. Oak Fathers, Rally. I got marked because I'm in all that light, so we're tankier on both bars, along with getting more healing overall compared to Monomyth. Let me tell y'all why. People always ask me, why you always use Monomyth? Why you always use Monomyth? Well, let me tell you. That's because you get like, say you're running triple protect, because obviously you're losing you're losing the 2300 armor on. So most people, they run triple protective, right? Say you run triple protective Monomyth, right? That's what the current meta is. Triple protective Monomyth is what people use with Assassination, Animal Companion, Storm Calling, or Restoring Light. That's what everybody's using. I don't use that. I use triple infused with Market. You're losing 300 weapon and spell damage from getting rid of infused alone. Then you lose an extra 200 from Markin, which is 500 weapon and spell damage unbuffed. Then you take into account your passive, so if you have on Adric Spear, if you have on your medium armor passives, if you have on your major brutality, minor brutality, all that buffs the 500 weapon damage. So it ends up being like 700 weapon and spell damage compared to using Monomyth. So you have way more weapon and spell damage using triple infused Markin than you do triple protective Monomyth, which, like I said, you're comparing apples to oranges. No, you're not. People use triple protective Monomyth. If you use triple infused Monomyth, congratulations. That's how you should do it. Stop wearing that triple protective. What, you so scared to respawn? You scared to respawn? There's unlimited respawns in this game, buddy. Run back. Ain't no shame in dying. Don't be scared to die. It's okay if you die. Being a tank is boring. So yeah, that's why we do that, and I think that's it. If you don't know what we do, we kind of just come up in here, you buff up, bang, about a boom. You hit them with the light attack weave into your Runeblades, bang, 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 and then you can hit them with a bang. You can incap somebody, bang. You can spec bomb, bang, and yeah, you just kind of rotate your abilities. And that's all we got for today. Thank you. I'll go work on my other build video now.
One touch, already